I am going to destroy this saw today for science. It's smoking. I don't know if you can see that, but it's starting to smoke. Okay, so here's the real money shot here. Specifically, I'm going to destroy it by not running a proper oil and fuel mixture in it to show you what happens. Now, this is one of the least expensive gasoline chainsaws you can get on the marketplace. This is made by Vevor. It's under $100, and honestly, it's not too bad for what it is. Dance with who brung you. A lot of people aren't using a saw every day of their life. Something like this is just fine for them. I'm almost sorry to wreck it, but I'm really not. So let's talk about fuel and oil mixture, why it's so important, and then we're going to absolutely destroy this thing. We meaning me. I'm going to destroy this thing for science, for scientific purposes. Let's get into it. Also, this chainsaw, again, under $100 at this point. I didn't pay for it. Vevor sent it to me for free because they thought I was going to review it. Anyways, I'll put a link to this in the description as well. If I have a discount code, I'll put that there. Because honestly, for most people who use their saw maybe once a year, something like this is just fine. Start it up and run it. But what can prevent you from starting it up and running it is the fuel. Fuel is your worst enemy in the world with a chainsaw. So what we know about chainsaws and other two-cycle engines is that they're supposed to have a 50-to-1 mix between fuel and oil. I guess it's the other way around, fuel and oil. Some saws don't use 50-to-1. Some use 40-to-1. I've seen old ones that are 32-to-1. But mostly it's 50-to-1. So you buy one of these cans, mix it with this can, you're good to go. Why, though, do we need oil in the gas? Well, the short answer is it keeps the engine cool. The oil mixed with the gas acts to cool the engine in your machine and make sure things don't get hot and blow up, because heat's a big problem you have with small engines. So we're trying to cool the engine with the oil in the gasoline, and we are going to run this with no oil in the gas and blow it up so you can see the results of that. It's really fun. Even though I'm going to destroy this thing, I put bar oil in it, but I forgot to put the cap on, so that's leaking all over. Let's clean this up. Before we do, let's just look at this saw. This thing is a perfectly serviceable saw from everything I'm seeing. It comes with a chain, the bar, it's got a little dog here. It's got a chain brake, which is really important to have. Your handle here is made out of metal. There's some really irritating things about it, like putting on the chain has a tensioner system that I just hate, but this thing's under $100. Everything's labeled really well. There is a lot of oil here right now. Ah, boy. Somebody's going to have to clean this mess up. But overall, the build quality of this thing for under $100 is just as good as stuff that I'm seeing being sold at the big box stores under brand names. So, yeah, if you just need a saw for every now and then use, grab one of these. Fill it up with bar oil, because you want to make sure that's in there, and screw the cap down. And also just use this pre-mixed gas, especially this Aspen 2 brand. I know it has a long shelf life. That way when you do need this thing, it'll actually run. Anyway, seems like a nice saw. It's a shame I'm going to have to destroy it. Yeah, so I'm just going to cut into this old stump here. I am wearing my safety gear. I've got chaps on, my Carhartt vest. And Vevor in the package for the saw even had earplugs, so I'll use these. But I've never started this thing before. I'm going to start it up, start cutting, and just get this thing hot. And I have a feeling once this engine gets hot, she's going to pop pretty bad. Who is this dummy? This idiot doesn't even know how to start a chainsaw. Not an easy starter. There we go. Yep, it's smoking. I don't know if you can see that, but it's starting to smoke. It might not be done. I can try to start it up one more time. First of all, this thing had a lot of power. Now I kind of feel bad for blowing this thing up. Kinda, not completely. I'm gonna get to start. Oh. Woo. It's smoking real good now. Let's try one more time. Uh-oh. I think it's seized now. Ugh. Nope. It's still hope. Does it have fuel in it still? Yeah, plenty of fuel. Okie dokie, artichoke, we've got this thing on the bench. We'll start tearing it down and seeing what all happened on the innards. I couldn't get it to restart a third time. And maybe it's not that bad inside. You know, again, this saw, I'm shocked at how much poop it had. Whew, that's a little hot. I was not able to get this spark plug out when I initially opened this package. Oh my gosh. I'm going to hit that with the power tool. Well, that's the wrong one. What is going on today? Okay, there we go. 13/16, just like I thought. Nope. Come on, Cletus. 19 millimeter, just like I thought. There we go. Spark plug's out. I doubt we could see anything from this angle. Yeah, there's some scoring on the piston on the inside. You probably can't see it through the camera. Probably doesn't help if I got the stinking light right in the way, but there's some scoring in the piston. So we're going to open this up, get into the piston, take a look. By the way, this is 40-1, not 50-1. So yeah, you always want to make sure you're reading, I guess, which I don't like to do. So when we're inspecting these at the shop, the first thing I'll usually do is just take off the muffler so I can see into the cylinder and see if anything looks jacked up. I don't know how to choose sizes on little things like this. There, 8 millimeter, just like I thought. Ow! Still hot. Where's our little pointer? Gah! See these little teeny tiny scratches here? All up and down on there. So these scratches are just basically little pieces of metal that have broken off from the piston and cylinder and started scoring the side of this piston and the inside of the cylinder. So now we lose compression, and we need compression to make things go boom. So instead of the fuel compressing in the cylinder and exploding and that compression cycle giving power, it just don't do that. I don't know, it's science. Don't ask me questions. Let's open this up deeper and we'll really examine this thing. Yeah, I should have emptied that gas first. Oops. Oops. I don't want to lose that. Might need to put this back together. Okay. Nope, don't want to lose that one either. Let's look inside this thing. Yeah, see, the inside of this really is supposed to be nice and smooth and perfect. And you can see, actually, let's clean it up first. Hold on. Okay, so if we look inside the cylinder, might not come through on the camera the best, but you see these dark spots in here? Where's a pointer? These dark spots in here, that's where scoring is. And it needs to be perfectly smooth in here. And as I run my finger across it, it's rough. Now, some saws I've seen come into the shop will have scoring like that, and they still run. They're just a little hard to start. But it just makes it really hard for them to build compression. If we don't have compression in the engine, we don't have any boom. So this isn't a how an engine works video as much as a what happens when you break an engine video. But there's certainly some scoring inside of here. And actually, there's a really big piece right here that I can run my finger across that's just missing from the inside. So it completely scored out. The rest of it's actually, there's another one up here. And then this piston, let's get this guy out of here. See if we can. Okay, so here's the real money shot here. So we can clean it up a little bit. So we really see what we're looking at. So this piston, we can see has some really, where's my pointer? Some really big scoring on it. See how that score goes all the way from the bottom to the top? So that's just allowing pressure to release around the sides of this piston, so it can't really build any compression. So it tries to press up and compress a fuel-air mixture, and all the pressure just bleeds down the side. So that's what happens when these things get too hot. See, these are cooled by that oil in the gas. You can kind of hear it. Here. It's just all scored up. You can't fix that. I don't know if these rings are supposed to be this loose either, but that's another thing. Oh yeah, there's like a little chip out of the piston here. Interesting. Oh, let's see if we can get closer here. Maybe not. There's a little tiny chip up here, but all this scoring on the side of this piston, this thing's just shot, and that's all from heat. It is surprising how long this thing lasted with this much destruction to the piston. I have seen them before where there's a stinking chunk missing from the piston from being run on just straight gas with no oil in it. Okay, so we have shown, hopefully, what happens when you don't have enough oil or any oil in your gasoline running a two-cycle machine like the saw. I gotta say, credit to Vevor. I expected this piston to be in a million pieces in there. It is still in one piece, just some major scoring on the side. Anyway, that's why you gotta have enough enough oil mix in your oils to keep things cool and prevent them from scoring up like that and losing compression. But again, seems like a tough little saw for under $100. I'm probably going to go buy another one.